Episode 66 of Skibidi Toilet left us with a lot of questions, and in this analysis, we will try to answer some of them. In this video, I will try to answer questions such as whether the Titans survived, is there a chance to save them, what role does DaFuq play in the series, and whether he should be trusted. In addition, we will find out when we will be able to see TV Man Titan and what he will look like. We'll also dive into the new details that DaFuq Boom decided to add to the version of this episode. Usually in the DaFuq series, there is both a full-screen version and a shorts version, which differs only in sound. However, this time, the video part itself is also different. Firstly, in the shorts version, the Skibidi sign does not blink. Secondly, at this moment, the speaker's music begins, called Everyone Wants to Control This World, and this music continues until the moment when our hero enters the container. After this, another piece of music begins, similar to what plays whenever the Titans appear on screen. Later, we observe another difference. A smiling face suddenly appears on the TV Man engineer's screen. Let's look at these changes. As for the Skibidi inscription, which does not blink in the shorts version, it is not clear why this change was made. DaFuq is probably drawing our attention to this detail by pointing out its importance. As we know, this phrase is usually associated with Skibidi toilets, as it is one of the few things they can write. Additionally, there is a significant change when he picks up the tablet. Shorts version lacks the green light and the face with the writing. How do you think why? The musical choice is less important as it was used several times in the series. However, the change in screen description is quite intriguing. Unlike the full version, a short video on the hangar TV displays the phrase, "a real threat." However, the hard-to-see signs below may be related to this to convey a symbolic message. Although the meaning is not entirely clear given that some of the letters on the top line are incomplete, it may indicate a downward arrow. Below, as we know, there is a container with a TV man. However, I must confess that I find this theory rather implausible because it lacks logical consistency. So, I guess it's just a trait without much meaning. However, I have a more plausible theory. We know very well how DaFuq communicates with us through these TVs. For example, let's take episode 64, when the sign "Trap" appeared on TV, foreshadowing what happened in the subsequent 65th episode. This essentially served as a warning to the agent, don't chase G-Man or you'll fall into a trap. In this episode, history seems to repeat itself. We saw the face again on TV before the event itself, accompanied by a message hiding a spoiler for future episodes. But how do you connect the word real threat with real threat? What is DaFuq trying to convey? Let's think about this together before I share my thoughts. The phrase credible threat suggests that it refers to another time or a character who has not yet appeared in the series. From a unique perspective, it's unlikely that DaFuq warned TV Man about Titan's potential betrayal, especially after the events of episode 66. This message was probably intended not for agents, but for toilets. This could be a hint to the Titans, like, this is the real threat right where this container is teleported. Thinking in this direction, it is still not entirely clear where DaFuq's loyalty lies. Perhaps he plays for both sides, providing assistance and tips to both. Lately, we've seen more help specifically for agents, which is understandable given their plight. He sought to save the Titans. I believe that DaFuq, as the producer of this series, is essentially playing himself in the game. It balances both sides by helping the side that faces the most difficulty to continue the streak. As for the Titans, I promise to discuss their fate. At the moment, I can confirm one thing. We will not see the Titans in the next episodes. They may be absent for quite a long time, only to reappear and be repaired during the pre-final battle. However, their return to the series is almost guaranteed as they are iconic and beloved characters. Just like DaFuq brought back Plunger Man, despite his gray character, he will figure out how to resurrect the Titans in the future. The exact method remains unclear, but I'm sure his imagination will come up with an epic and satisfying solution. Now let's turn our attention to the TV Man's base. As mentioned earlier, by entering the TV Man base, the TV Man engineer cleared the memory of each Camaro Man. This meant that with the exception of TV Man, each race was here for the first time, and everyone was witnessing this place for the first time, albeit as spectators. Remember that during the preparation of Cameraman 2.0, we saw at least a little bit of the repair process. However, in the case of TV Man Titan, it all starts from episode 40 when we haven't seen a single hint of his whereabouts, leaving us in the dark. What happened to him? After episode 66, it became a little clearer. Perhaps in episode 56, TV Man refrained from teleporting anyone precisely for this reason. He had to rush to their base to download about the return of the Titan Spycramon, while making sure that these secret places did not fall into the camera lens. The appearance and release dates of TV Man Titan 2.0 have been discussed widely, and maybe 100 times. However, everything was finally confirmed after the release of the 66th episode. In episode 67, we will finally see the Titan in full size. So why exactly in episode 67? To go into more detail, you can go to my last video where I talked about this in detail. Thank you for watching to the end. Continue to follow my channel and my analyses of Skibidi Toilets. See you!